another lesson on the inside of your computer. A term that you probably have heard quite a bit is the acronym SSD. It stands for solid state hard drive. And the difference between a SSD and a conventional hard drive is pretty simple. This is a regular hard drive. I showed it to you before when I was explaining what the difference between this, and the difference between this, RAM, is. The funny thing is that RAM is actually more closely related to the solid state hard drive, which this actually isn't. I don't have any solid state hard drives to show you because they're in all of my computers, but they would look like this. This is a hard drive, spinning disk drive for a laptop. Most solid state drives are about this big. They don't have to be big hunking pieces of metal anymore because they don't have the spinning disks that a conventional hard drive has. They have a bunch of microchips, more similar to RAM in a lot of ways. So they run a lot faster for a couple reasons, and they're a lot safer for a couple reasons. Primarily, how? Why? Okay. They're a lot faster and a lot safer, primarily for these couple reasons. No spinning disks. If I take this conventional hard drive and I just let it drop on the floor, which I won't, even though this is old and pretty much worthless now, is the spinning stuff on the inside would get broken. The motors, the pins, everything in there would get jostled, and even a slight bump can be very, very disastrous for a hard drive. Solid state drives don't have any moving pieces. There's no disks, there's no motors, there's no swinging arms on the inside. It's just one solid piece of silicone and some metal stuff. Now, the memory chips on these guys are very, very fast. Unlike the spinning disk, which is also very fast, since there's no moving read-write arms there, it's able to access memory really, really quickly. It's made to store it, though, on the long term. This is not RAM. This is a hard drive. See? RAM, refresher, short-term memory, long-term memory. These guys are pretty expensive still. The price per gigabyte is how I refer to it. It's still pretty high. But the nice thing is that because these guys are now the new standard, old spinning disk drives are getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So you can buy, a couple terabytes of spinning disk drives for what you would pay for 250 gigs of solid state. That's not a bad thing. These are still totally a wonderful option for you. But ultimately, if you want your operating system and your computer to run incredibly fast, solid state drives are the best way to go. For the everyday consumer, though, this is not what you need. This is a lot of money that's going to go into something that's going to change very quickly in the next couple of years. If you have to buy a computer, don't worry about buying a conventional hard drive, not a solid state. It's just not worth it. Now, this is June of 2015. That could change. But at this point, for the price you're paying, you're going to get a lot more storage with one of these than you will with a solid state hard drive. If you really like gaming and you really like speed, this is your way to go.